What you seek is seeking you. Recently, I came across this beautiful quote from Rumi that changed the way I approached manifestation. You will be shocked when you know what it means, and your desire will quickly become your reality. This one quote will help you get into the state of having your desire that Neville Goddard discussed in his lectures. But before that, I want to ask you, have you ever wondered why you have that particular desire? There are an infinite number of things, and there are an infinite number of people out there, but still, you don't want everything but a few selective things. You desire having that specific thing, that specific person, or that specific outcome. You don't want everything, but only that thing. Well, there is a reason behind it. There is a reason that will blow your mind. It will shock you because the reason behind it is simple. What you want also wants you. What you seek is seeking you. This leaves me speechless because if we look at our desires in this manner, then one of the major opposing blocks fades away. They seek you because there are a few more reasons for it. One reason is that I strongly believe that desires come to us because they are achievable. It comes to you because it is possible for you to have it. It comes to you because you can achieve it. There are infinite things that exist, but still, you desire something particular, and I desire something else. Another reason that came to my mind before even knowing about conscious manifestation. Before knowing about manifestation, I used to be an observer. I used to observe my environment, and even when I went on dates, I used to observe my date and the environment. I used to notice lots of things. Instead of speaking a lot, I used to listen and observe. Then I started observing my thoughts, and it became a practice that I used to follow. Later, I got to know that it was a form of meditation. So, in a way, I was meditating every day, and when we meditate, we get answers, clarity, and understanding. I used to wonder why we wanted to become something. Why do we want that house or that car? Why do we want a particular kind of person? Why is it that when I get what I want, like this particular smartphone, I feel happy, but then again, it feels normal? Holding this particular device in my hand does not give me the same happiness that I got when I bought it. Well, the answer was simple, and I got it. I got the idea. And this is another reason why we get that particular desire. The answer is simple. We don't want that object or person, we simply want that feeling. We want that feeling that desire gives us. We want a feeling that we think that particular person would give us. It is not objects that we want, it is feelings that we seek. The objects are just symbols, they are the images that come to mind. But, in the end, it is just a feeling that we want. What could be another reason to buy a bigger car than your neighbor? What could be the reason to buy a new iPhone every year? People misunderstand objects, they don't go deep, and they don't understand the meaning behind them. But if you go deep, you will find the answer, you will know what true manifestation is. You will understand that you actually desire that particular state of being. You will understand why these coaches tell you that you already have your desires. You will know how easy it is to fulfill your desires. It is easy because you generate these feelings within you. They are created within you, and they are created by you. That is why Neville says that you have to get into the feeling of the wish fulfilled. He never talks to you about some physical thing. He only talks about getting into the state of having a wish fulfilled. Getting into this state actually manifests your desire physically. But let me take you to what we were talking about at the start of the video. I tried to explain some reasons why you desire that particular thing and how what you seek is seeking you, or what you want also wants you. Rumi once said, "When I run after what I think I want, my days are a furnace of stress and anxiety. If I sit in my own place of patience, what I need flows to me, and without pain." From this, I understand that what I want also wants me. It is looking for me and attracting me. There is a great secret here for anyone who can grasp it. Now this changes the game for manifesting something. This one will make you realize that manifesting is not about running after something physically. It is about being. Rumi said that when he runs after what he wants or chases something, he becomes anxious. He struggles with stress, but if he sits patiently and stops running, whatever he wants comes to him. Whatever he wants comes looking for him. Now, when he says that whatever he wants comes to him when he sits patiently, it means what he seeks is seeking him. This is one of the greatest mindset shifts when it comes to manifesting anything. Oftentimes, when people have a desire, they think that only they want that thing, and their desire doesn't want them. I don't think like that. I believe that when we get a desire, we get it because that thing or that person also wants to be with us. Otherwise, out of a billion things and people, why would I only want that thing? I find no other reason behind it. I think that what you want also wants you. When people go on a date, they meet because they like each other. If you get this one simple thing in your mind, then your behavior will come from a place of confidence. You would not be a people pleaser at that date. Instead, you would be someone who is highly attractive. Just keep in mind that when you went on a date, that person came because they liked you too. All I am telling you is that the next time you have a desire, think in the direction that what you want also wants you. Thinking in this manner will definitely help you to live from the end state of having your desire. Having this assumption that they too want you will make your imaginal acts easier. You will not think against your desire. Also, in the end, the only thing that matters is living from the end state of being. It is not a technique. You are always living from the end of something. Either you are living from the state of having your desire, or not having your desire. It is about occupying a state, and viewing the world from that state. It is the state of fulfillment. Suppose you got what you wanted, then how would you view the world? Suppose your desire is to manifest a relationship with a person, then how would you view your world if you already had them? Definitely, there would be a change in your life. You would include that person in your life. You would occupy the state of a person who is already in a relationship. You would occupy a character. You would play this character in your mind. You don't have to do anything externally. You just have to imagine the scenarios that would happen after this person became yours. In one scenario, you would watch Netflix with them. In another scenario, you would cook together. In another, you might meet each other's family. In other scenarios, you would go on vacation. In another, you would sleep next to them. Like these, there would be many scenarios that would play out in your reality. Also, the next time you buy something, you will think about what your partner will think about that purchase. You would talk about your day with them. Like this, you will play out many scenarios in your imagination. When you do it, you no longer think that you don't have them. You start living from the end, and you start thinking from the end. This is how you apply the law of assumption. It's about becoming the person who already has these things, and then they flow into your life. Not pushing, pulling, or begging. This is what Neville talked about when he said, make it feel real and natural to you. What comes to you is what already feels natural to you. The drama of life is a psychological one in which all the conditions, circumstance, and events of your life are brought to pass by your assumptions. Since your life is determined by your assumptions, you are forced to recognize the fact that you are either a slave to your assumptions or their master. To become the master of your assumptions is the key to undreamed of freedom and happiness. But many of you are carrying an old story, a story where you were the victim, a story where you don't have the thing you wanted, a story that no longer serves you. This is very common among the people who are manifesting their specific person. They understand all these teachings, and they get this dopamine spike after watching this video. They know what they have to do. They do the imaginal act. But for the rest of the day, they are telling themselves the old story, the story of why their person doesn't like them, how they once were together and now they are not, how this other person doesn't want them and whatnot. They can do many imaginary acts, but after doing them, they fall back into the old story, which is not the correct way of manifesting their desire. When the old story comes to your mind, observe it, it will vanish, and when that happens, just play the new story in your mind. Play a lovely story where you already have what you want. Speak to yourself as if you are a great person who has all the qualities and is desired by everyone. Some of you don't even speak positively about yourself. You don't even think that good things can happen to you. I have seen many people who hold poor concepts about themselves. I am not saying to go out and say to people that you are awesome or that you are a great person. Just in your mind, tell yourself a story about yourself where you are a king or queen. Tell yourself a story about how everything is possible for you. Tell yourself the story of how amazing you are, how skilled you are, and how valuable you are. This story will reflect in your reality. People will prove it to you. I have made a video that is an affirmation tape that will definitely improve the concepts you hold about yourself. Listen to it for a few days. Just click on the first video that appears at the end of the screen.